It could not come out of that lid. The lid of their abilities was restricted. But when Ray Kroc came along, Ray Kroc took it to an entirely new level. But to do this, what did Ray Kroc do? He worked for 8 years. From 56 to 64, no salary. He gave up his golf club membership. He sacrificed to hire the right people. Dick and Maurice had a lid. Ray Kroc didn't. So Ray Kroc made the sacrifices. And today, there are 36,000 McDonald's restaurants in the world. They're in 118 countries, 420,000 employees, and they serve 68 million customers a day. Does everybody remember what McDonald's said 1 million served? This is every 20 minutes now of the sorriest hamburger in America. But you know how sorry that hamburger is going to get. Because they come up with every marketing ploy to bring your kids the Happy Meal. When you look at it, what did McDonald's do? McDonald's not only perfected this, McDonald's perfected the fast food breakfast in the morning. All these restaurants all across the country were sitting there until 11 o'clock in the morning. So what did McDonald's do? They came up with a method of how do you fix breakfast in a fast food restaurant. And the next is history. It's because there was a need and someone didn't have a lid. See, so many of us in life, we have this lid. See, when you've got a lid, it's going to determine your level of effectiveness. The leadership ability is a lid at a person's level. You know, this determines your level of effectiveness. What is your lid? The higher the individual's ability to lead, the higher the lid is on his potential. The higher it is. It's up to you where this lid will be. If you've got a lid that's holding you back, you've got to understand what this lid is. Because what you've got to do, you've got to break free of this jar that's got the lid on it, and you've got to break out. You've got to break out of that lid. What's holding you back? You know, what I found out in coaching is that so many of you have the answers buried right inside of you. It's a fear. It's afraid to face the challenge, whatever it is. But it's buried right here. There's a guy in this room from Atlanta, Georgia. Does John Suzon, can he live on the edge? You better believe it. To the degree that it is scary. Right? It really is. I've known John for years. And when John told me he was launching IA years ago, he's going to be hanging 1,000 feet in the air off the road. This ought to be good. They do.
Very well.
Very well. So and what it was, he busted off that lid. He busted off that lid. That's what you got to do. If you've got a lid screwed down tight, you got to bust through that lid. You've got it there, you can do it. You got your mind into it. Now, what I'm talking about being dedicated, I want you to understand this. I'm not telling you to break your family relationship. I'm not telling you to cut into your family time. But I am telling you that when it's time to lead, you got to be 100% into leading and doing your job. And see, here's the bad thing. If you are having problems in your business, it's going to affect your ability to lead. So as a leader, the reason it is failing is because we don't have the systems in place to make things run smooth, that we can do the classic Gerber advice of working on the business instead of in the business. That's leadership, guys. Yeah, that's what it's all about. The higher you want to climb, the more you need leadership. The greater the impact you want to make, the greater your influence needs to be. It's going to be impacted by your ability to lead others. Your sales ability with other human beings will be impacted by how well you can lead. A leader is a significant salesperson. See, one of the things that I want to teach you in here is I don't want you to lead a group of followers. I want you to lead a group of leaders. A group of leaders. See, often that's what we do. Our hiring systems suck. We hire anybody to walk in the door sometimes, right? Agree? You've been all over America, am I right or wrong? You see this. And they come in and they fail. They fail. It goes all the way back to your core systems. The next slide that's coming up is going to ask you something. And we're going to stop on this. I'm going to pause on this slide for a minute. And I want you to look at these things. And there's going to be 21 factors of leadership that are on this screen. And I want you to, at this point, not to announce out to anyone, this is for your use only. Which of these are you effective in? Are you a person of character? Do you have charisma? Are you a committed individual? And I'm not talking about in a state mental hospital. I feel like I'm committed. A lot of people say, yeah, you are. You should be. Can you communicate with others? Are you competent? Do you have competence? Discernment, the ability to judge. I had to look that one up myself just to make sure. Focus. Are you a generous person? Do you give freely your time? Initiative, listening. Do you have passion? Does anyone doubt my passion for you guys? Chris, do you doubt my passion that I want to see? You better believe it. And that's the kind of passion you've got to have to exhibit to your people. Have you got a positive attitude? 100% of the time. Because if you don't have a positive attitude, you'll never get a yes attitude. And if you don't have a positive attitude, you can bet the negative attitude is going to rub off on everyone that works for you. Do you have problem-solving skills? Relationships. Are you good at relationships? Do you get responsibility? Security, self-discipline, servanthood. Are you teachable, coachable? Do you have vision? I'm going to go silent for a minute. You need to write down what's good and what's bad about you. No one else sees this but you. These are 21 strengths. These are 21 key skills. Do you see your strengths, your weaknesses?
No.
See nothing here. What's going on? That ain't good. Oh, David. Huh? This is not good. Is it? Okay, strike. Next time that's off, let me know if that's off. Off the wire disconnected. Again, this is my friendly city photographer here. Does great shots. You guys got a photographer do shots for you for promotional meetings? If you don't, get one.
Well worth it.
It's well worth it. Because Ken may take 500 shots and we only use 4 or 5, right, Ken?
I hope you can use much more.
I hope so too. Last time we shot about
I
300,
would
we
hate to
took
think I
20.
only got 4 good shots out of 500.
That's it. No, Ken and I, this is part of, I'm talking about networking. Ken and I actually met at a Christmas gathering, right, Ken?
That's right.
Right across the street, it was some show or murder mystery theater or something, and we started talking. He's a photographer. I'm doing what I'm doing. We talked for a while, I engaged him to do photographs for me and Cheryl a while back, and told me doing this. His studio's right up the street from him. Just drop by a couple times over the next 2 days, take shots. So you guys, do you see your strengths? Joe, do you see things? Bill? This is just for you to know. You can share them with other people. If you got this vision for the future, and here's the key thing you got to remember. If you're going to lead people, you have to be able to share this vision. If you cannot share this vision, they'll never understand what your vision is. So you got to be able to share your vision with others. Okay? You got to be able to share your vision with other people. Raising your lid. This is what you can also do. This is where it really gets hairy. Hand someone else that list that you trust and ask them to grade you. Give you an honest grade. You know what it's like to get up and ask somebody, how does it look? How do these clothes look on me? Are you a woman that's ever said, does this make my butt look big? Do you realize that's one of the most uncomfortable positions you can ever put a man into? You sympathize with that, Jeff? What do you say? So, remember, you got to work on your strengths. What's the things? Look at the value of the offer. Reflect on it. Here's what you got to do. You got to invest in training and coaching, and this is the next one. Read books. One of the things that we were told real blunt, real straightforward. If you want to meet somebody that will take you and tell you right to your face you suck, get on the stage and present to Larry Winget. Jerry, you dance around too much. If you get that damn anger out of your voice, Jerry. Like, okay, Larry. See? But you do these kind of things because you want to get better. What Larry Winget said, you won't be an expert in something unless you've read 100 books, you're not an expert. Read 100 books, then write the book on it, now you're an expert. Reading books, learning how other people do it, it's amazing. It's a skill we don't hear much anymore. It's amazing when I wrote my book. What was everybody asking? Well, when's the Audible coming out? We don't like to read much, but I want to play that in the truck. Really, it's amazing. Reading books. And what you want to do is make 2 lists. What you want to make on these lists is the things you want to stop doing and the things you want to start doing. The things you want to stop doing and the things you want to start doing. And that's called the law of the lid. If you have a lid holding you back, you've either got to bust this lid off to get past there. And many of you have done this. When I first met you, a lot of you had lids, and you're busting the lids off. Some move slower than others. Some move with speed of lightning. But it's the people that are dedicated and where they're going to with this. It's truly amazing. The law of influence. Your ability to lead people is going to be determined by your ability to influence others. Your ability to influence others. We're going to do a whole segment here on influence and how to influence people. But this is where you truly lead people. When you can influence people, people will follow you not because you pay them, not because you compensate them, but because they believe in the mission that you're doing and where you're going. It's called the law of influence. He who thinks he's leading and no one is following is only taking a walk. One of the best examples of influence is this gentleman, Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln was one of the worst leaders before he became president that ever walked in this country. He started his military service as a captain and was demoted all the way to a private. He left the armed services as a private. and entered as a captain. Because in those days, when you organized men together, you became a captain. He was such a poor leader. He was in the Illinois State House. He was in U.S. Congress. And he was totally worthless as a leader. However, through determination and building his influence up, he learned how to be one of the most effective leaders this country has ever had at a time that this country was at war, North and South. North and South. And so you know you're in the South. And we have sweetened iced tea here. How about that? But he was determined to be this leader. You see, there's leadership myths that go on in this world, and we look at these, and this is where we kid ourselves so often. We think we fall into this. We think because we're the manager, everybody's going to follow us. They're just supposed to, right? We think because we are the entrepreneur that started this business, everyone will follow us. Because we know more than anyone else, people will follow us. We were a pioneer in the industry. People will follow. I'm the big cheese in the company, so people will follow. And these are all myths, and they're untrue, because you're never going to have the respect, you're never going to have the influence. There's 7 factors in leadership. Character. People can sense whether you're true, honest, and if you have integrity. Can you not tell that about people? Every time you get around, you can see them. Leaders surround themselves with the right people. They study, they learn, they know the facts, they do their homework. This is what leaders do. They have intuition. They have energy. Their morale's up there. They have the right timing on their words. They have momentum. All of these are the factors. As you face challenges in the past, how did you do? When you had past successes, did you extend yourself? Did you go out on a limb? Do you ever look at what are you capable of? And what you've got to understand is your days of being a manager are over. Your days of being a coach of people have begun. You have to coach your people, not manage them. Manage them means we're simply running them around. I've got to have these people bought in to the degree that I can come to this seminar and everything is wonderful at home, and I know it's going to be just like I was there. That's leadership. That's leadership. They can sense these things. At this point, 10:30, a little after, going to take a 15-minute break, guys. Be back in. Okay, please. Restrooms through there. Iced tea, coffee's over there, water and all. Yes, ma'am. Let me just back it up now, please.
I was trying to get that 9:30. I was like, I feel like he's been talking a little longer. Were you frightened for a moment?
I'll listen to Jerry talk all day.
God, really?
Apparently she feels there's a limit to that. Thanks.
There's a limit.